Alright, this is Hookah here with a two-part review for you. Part 1 will be a shisha review of Fantasia Triple Apple, and the second part will be a review of this hookah and this bowl. First, on to the shisha review. We have Triple Apple from Fantasia. Cut is going to be your everyday Fantasia cut, except with this bag I found there are a little bit more, real little stems, more than usual, and it's a little less juicy. It's more like a sticky texture to it, consistency. The smell is going to be, it's a really nice, just natural apple smell with a slight undertone of licorice, just a very, very mild undertone of licorice. And we're smoking out of the Mya Gelato Vortex bowl, 2 coconaras, water with a little bit of apple juice and ice in the base, stock Mya hose, and we've been smoking this for about 15 minutes now, so let's see some clouds. Pretty decent clouds from a little hookah like this. The apple juice in the base, I had another bowl of this earlier without the apple juice in the base, and the flavor wasn't as intense as it is right now. Right now I'm getting a real heavy candy apple flavor. Earlier I was getting more of just it was the same type of flavor, just not as intense. With the apple juice added to the base, it makes the flavor that much more intense. I'm actually going to do tomorrow, I believe, I'm going to go to the store, pick up some apples so I can make an apple bowl. I'm going to put that on the Giza, the bigger hookah I have, and I'm going to also add the apple juice to the base and see if that makes it even better. So let's get on to the taste on it. Again, it's that real nice sweet candy apple. It was actually opposite of what it smells like. I was expecting more like a natural apple instead of this like candy-ish, sweetish apple. I was expecting more towards like a Alfalfa 2 apples. That's a really good apple flavor. You can taste a real nice sweet red apple mixed with the sour green apple, and you can taste both of them individually. This, I don't get 3 apples. I don't taste this apple, this apple, this apple. I just taste sweet candy apple. So I don't know what they did there, and I don't get any of the licorice flavor on the actual taste of it. I get a lot of it on the smell, but none on the taste. As far as clouds go, it's Fantasia. You're gonna get really good clouds. It's not as juicy as most Fantasia, so you're not going to get really good clouds, as opposed to I had Rainbow Burst the other day, and it was a real juicy tobacco, and the clouds were unreal, but I was also smoking on my larger hookah, so that could have been a factor. Pretty nice for doing smoke tricks, a couple smoke rings, whatever. This would be a good flavor if you're just getting introduced to hookah. Most of the Fantasia line is like that. If you're just getting introduced, try them out. You can't really go wrong with them. They're all pretty mild. They're not going to give you too much of a nicotine buzz if you're not used to nicotine. This one's actually giving me a little bit more than most Fantasias do. Again, that might be because it's not as juicy, whatever. But it's a pretty good flavor. Overall, on the flavor wise, I'd probably give this 7.58, somewhere around there out of 10. Clouds, it's obviously maybe like a 9. Accuracy of flavor to smell, it's going to be about a 5 because it's opposite. But it's an apple, so you still get like an apple smell, apple flavor, but you're not getting the same apple smell. to the same apple flavor. Now on to the hookah and bowl review. This hookah was free with my order from Hookah Shisha. Ordered so much, you got this free. It was for a free hookah. I picked it up in pink with the pink hose because it's my girlfriend's hookah. For a free hookah, you really can't beat it. I believe it sells for like $35. I don't even know if you can beat it then. For $35 or free if you manage to get it for free, it's a very good hookah. Two complaints I have about the hookah itself are going to be the ashtray. It wobbles like no other. Unless you take the bowl grommet and push it all the way down, like real hard against it, but then sometimes you don't get as tight a seal on your bowl. And then the other complaint would be the purge valve. I've heard that Myas are notorious for not purging very well. Of course, it's going to purge very nicely for you this time. But sometimes after you've been smoking for a half hour, 45 minutes, the ball inside of the purge valve will just stick. And then you have to screw it off, take it off, rub between your fingers, put it back, and it'll be fine. But that's kind of annoying to have to do mid-smoke. You're just trying to enjoy it, whatever. I think this is a common chamber instead of a traditional chamber. I'm not sure if I'm getting that backwards or anything, but so if when this clogs, if you don't notice it right away and you keep trying to purge, it will suck water right up into your bowl, and that's really annoying because that'll ruin your smoke right there. On to the bowl review. This is a Genie Vortex bowl that I picked up from Sahara Smoke. I believe it was $8.95, and it's not as good as a regular Vortex bowl. The thing in the middle comes up to like kind of like a point, like this, instead of just going straight up. So some of the molasses still seeps down into there. Still really not that big of a deal, but kind of annoying. The holes aren't cut very well on one hole. It's like a real small hole instead of like the regular size, like the other two. So, and cleaning it is a bit of a chore, but it makes the smoke a lot better than just using the little Mya bowl. This thing, if you put your tobacco in there, it's just gonna all the molasses are just gonna pour out because they're right on the bottom. They're just gonna leak right out, and you're not gonna get as much flavor for as long as you would if you use a Vortex bowl. So overall on the hookah, I'm gonna give it I'll give it an 8 out of 10 for being a free or cheap hookah. Smoke's great, easy cleanup, portable. It's a very convenient hookah. If I don't want to set up my big Namar, I don't have to. This one, I can take my cleaning brush, stick it the whole way through, clean it real fast, and then just store it away anywhere basically. Kept the box, put it back in the box. You don't have to worry about it. On the bowl, I'm going to have to give it a 7 out of 10. It's not as good as a regular Vortex bowl. So if it was the same exact design as the regular Vortex, it would get a 10 out of 10 because I absolutely adore my Vortex. I love it. I haven't tried a funnel bowl yet. I have one on order right now from, I believe it's southsmoke.com. Real good place. That's where I picked up all my coconaras. So overall, with this setup, this flavor, the water in the base, the apple juice in the base, I'm going to give this smoking session a 8 out of 10. Real nice, real flavorful, real calm, laid back. Fantasias are great, like I said, for first time smokers. It's not a real in your face, bold flavor. It's not going to make you cough. It's not harsh. It's not real. It's not real heavy on the nicotine, so you won't get too much of a nicotine buzz if you're not used to nicotine as much as you would if you smoked like a Alfalfa or an Akla or something along those lines, where you get like a real heavy nicotine buzz if you're not used to it. But one thing I also noticed with this bowl is at first you're gonna have to put your coals in one position. Don't smoke it. Don't do anything. Let it sit there for about 4 minutes. Then you're gonna want to rotate the coals again, just opposite, and let those sit there for about 3 minutes, and then rotate them back to the original position, and then you can start smoking. You'll get decent clouds. If you just leave them in one position, try to smoke right away, you're not going to get good clouds for at least 15 minutes. So again, this has been Hookah Billiam with a hookah and shisha review. Thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe.